Welcome to today, Thursday. Here in Seattle, we have a blistering, I think we have a blistering like 50, 54 degrees. So the weather has finally changed. Not for all of you. Some of you have really super hot weather still. So if Letiza, Giovanni, Gabriel, Angela, if you could time to time look to Ashley, if you could look to Facebook to see if there's questions, I'd appreciate that.
Yes,
And
we will. Yep.
You got it.
Thank you. So today we're going to look at, I thought maybe just have some colors today. So I picked out some turquoise, different colors in turquoise, some in orange, and then some in violet, and a couple in pink. I see I missed the quinacridone pink. So I thought we would just look at some colors today. Okay. Great. Different colors. Yeah, this is working. This is a pretty one. Let me change this so you can see what I'm doing. Hello, Bill.
Hi, nice and sunny today.
Yeah, here it's sunny, but it's kind of sunny, but it's cold.
It's cold. It's going to be below freezing in Shelton tonight.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I put all the caps on my outside water faucets this morning.
I'm gonna do that when I get home tonight.
I hope it's warmer over there.
They said it's going to be close to freezing up here in Everett, so I had to put the roses close to the condo.
I woke up this morning here in Idaho.
And how was it?
It didn't stick, thank goodness. Oh my.
Oh boy.
Oh, it was snowing, you said?
Yeah, it was snowing. I'm in southern Idaho.
Well, the Cascades and the Olympics are going to be showing their white caps tomorrow.
Yes.
Yeah, I just went to Hurricane Ridge, which is in the Olympics. Then I took Terry, who's here from Mexico, to the to Mount Rainier, and there was lots of fog, but there was no snow. And I think it goes from no snow to like you can't drive because there's so much snow.
Well,
Overnight
Stevens Pass got about 7 inches last night, they said.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So this one, any ideas what this one is? It's a turquoise.
Is it into turquoise? Is it turquoise? Yep.
It's a turquoise.
Oh.
It's not a real turquoise. I'll give you that. It's a synthetic. It's phthalo. It's phthalo turquoise.
Oh,
really? Nice.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. And then this one right here is Kingman.
It's called Kingman?
Kingman. We have Sleeping Beauty and Kingman. And they both so they both come from Arizona, and they're named after the mine, the Kingman mine and the
okay.
They're actually very close, very, very near each other, but difference in color by what they're associated with. Here, I'll do Sleeping Beauties. Oh, Sleeping Beauties aren't here, so I'll show it to you. So this is going to be I always find that this is going to be cobalt turquoise. Interesting. The cobalts can be so very light, and then not. So that's the cobalt turquoise. So synthetic, natural.
Amazing color.
Hello, may I ask a question?
Of course.
Hi, John.
Oh.
I have a phthalo turquoise, but it comes really different from you. So I don't know if it's the lighting or the screen.
You know,
Mine
it
is,
could
it
be,
looks like this. Or is it a different, can you see it?
I
See,
can't.
yours looks almost like Prussian blue for me.
Yeah, mine, it's the camera. So
Oh, okay.
here, I'll do this. I'll show you.
So see, mine looks more like the third one you have there.
So this right here looks yellow. It is super, super dark orange. And it's just the camera.
Oh,
And it's how the light's hitting it. It's tricking the computer and the camera.
oh, okay, okay.
Mine looks like yours. No
My
worries.
face
Oh,
looks like yours, Anna.
oh, okay. Thank you.
So almost done with the C Lab color map. It's really cool. I took all your suggestions. You can now hover over the top. It'll tell you what the color is. It'll show you the complement. It'll let you compare. Because many of the colors are kind of in the same general area. I'm gonna flip this camera. You can blow it up to see the differences between them. So if you have in the middle the some of the grays, you can actually now blow it up to see how far away they actually are to each other. So I think I'm going to show that maybe next week. So this right here is ultramarine turquoise. Yeah, it looks much
Pretty.
much bluer on the screen. You know, I tried even with my iPhone, and my iPhone, which has really good, it's a 15. It still doesn't show perfect. And so this one is the other Primatech. So that's a Primatech right there. That is the Kingman. And this is the Sleeping Beauty.
Love that color.
I love it more.
I know you do.
Natural and natural.
John, are you going to show the Mayan blue genuine?
I
That's a
can
real winner too.
I can go get that off of
So
the
versatile.
rack. I'll get that off the rack.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Do you have that, Giovanni? Do you have Mayan Blue or Gabriel?
Yeah, sure.
Yes, we have. Okay. John, would you mind
Of course.
repeating the colors and which ones are natural and synthetic?
So this one is phthalo, synthetic, really used in industry a lot. This one is natural. It's the Kingman from Arizona. This one is cobalt turquoise. This one right here is ultramarine turquoise. And this is the other Primatech. This is Sleeping Beauty. So these two right here are the naturals.
Thank you.
So,
You're welcome.
John, where in Arizona is that mine? I'm just curious. I lived there when I was a child in Arizona.
You know, I would have to, it's not too far from
I know.
is it Dodge Phelps or the big copper mines? I'll look it up and send.
I'm just curious, like in relation to like Phoenix or Flagstaff.
The Sleeping Beauty mine is closed now. My sister lives in Tucson. And Kingman is west of Flagstaff towards California. And I'm not,
Oh, okay.
Dodge Phelps might be, east of Phoenix.
Okay.
I would have to check the Sleeping
I was
Beauty.
just curious as to like sort of a general location. So yeah, thanks.
So the Sleeping Beauty keeps on, it's been closed for a long time. I think it opened, but didn't open for turquoise. It really has to do when you do mining, especially when you're doing underground mining, then water comes in. And then once water comes in, it's really almost cost prohibitive to keep on
Oh, yeah.
mining. I remember when we first tried it out, I bought a bunch of Sleeping Beauty turquoise and still using it. And we turned it all into pigment, and it was the most beautiful turquoise.
Yeah.
It's just so gorgeous.
We have that Mayan blue now for you. Geo's showing it. I also have it here.
John, the Sleeping Beauty mine is in Globe, which is east of Phoenix.
Ah, okay.
By this, I guess I think they're called the Superstition Mountains to the east. I lived there when I was in high school and
Oh,
part
very
of
cool.
college.
It's a great state when there's just so many minerals there.
My daughter lives in Flagstaff now, and you know, that place is really heaven on earth. 7,000 feet altitude.
Yeah, we lived in Flagstaff.
My father lived in Cottonwood.
That's beautiful.
Yes. Oh yeah, that Mayan blue is really fantastic. Look at the granulation,
Oh, wow.
Giovanni.
Yeah.
Has it.
So the Mayan blue, we have it in the Primitex, and the Mayan blue is actually it's indigo infused into a clay, just like the
Wow.
Oh,
Mayans did it. So
interesting.
it has a pedigree to it. Whereas the other Mayan colors we have, while they're Mayan and they're made in the same way, there is no pedigree to those. That's why one's a Primatech and the rest are just with the general colors.
I like the Mayan blue dark also a lot. They're very good for oceans and water, and I use them for skies. I've used them for everything.
Everything.
This is transparent power orange.
Oh,
It's just it's just quite beautiful. That's just a happy color.
It is.
It's a brilliant shining.
If any of you have paintings with these and want to show them, I'd love to see them. This is Mayan orange. So that's Mayan. See Gabriel's, see Ashley's, and Sabine's, and Erkin's.
Right here we have the Cobalt Violet Deep. And here we have this lovely Perylene Violet. Right there.
mhm.
Right here we have Cobalt Violet. Here. Next to that we have, I'll probably butcher this one, Cobalt Violet.
Arbusol, yeah.
Carbazole.
There you go, thank you. Mayan Blue, right here.
Love it, yeah.
Next to my favorite, look at that. Jeez, that sucker has been used. Right there, Sleeping Beauty. Next to that, we got my other favorite, Lavender. And then we've got some Ultramarine Violet, which I love Rose of Ultramarine as well.
Ditto, yeah.
And then this is a Pyro Orange. Thanks for checking it out. And
Nice.
then let's get some texture going with this little spritzer. Gorgeous.
Gabriel, was that Mayan blue or Mayan blue deep?
Mayan blue.
Okay.
It's the Permatech.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks for asking.
So this one is the transparent. This is the Mayan. This is the permanent. And this is the CAD U. It was
Nice.
interesting when we started having labels and doing dot cards, there were different countries and they would say, that's not orange. We'd have to think about it. And what they were saying is that the word you have on the label is the thing that you eat, not the color that you see. So unlike the US, we call an orange an orange, there's one for what you eat and there's one for what you see. So it's amazing kind of what you learn over time.
Beautiful.
I have it all over my fingers. I wanted to show you this too. You can kind of guess what this is. And I'll do the other oranges. Let's see. What do you think this is? It's not meat. It looks like meat, but it's not meat. What do you think
Agate.
it is?
Looks like agate.
So it's a Primatech,
Rhodonite.
Amethyst?
not
Rhodonite,
amethyst. It's not rhodonite.
Oh.
What amethyst?
Lapis violet.
Is it
Mm, starts with a P. and then
Piemontite.
It's Piemontite. So that's
Another
what
favorite.
that's what Piemontite looks like. So that's the actual mineral. You can see it's
What a beauty.
yeah.
Now I understand the pink, there's a pink cast when you use a lot of water.
Yeah, it's quite pretty. Almost looks like a side of bacon.
Yes.
Okay. I haven't heard anybody really use this one. This is Perion Orange. Did anybody use this color, Perion Orange?
Is it Pirine?
Yes, it is.
I've seen it on the dot card. Now I get to see it and I don't use it, no.
It's a
But it's
super
a pretty color.
It's a super
I have some
bright-
paintings here to show, and you don't need much pyro orange, but just enough. Uh-oh, did my camera go out?
Yeah.
You went black.
Oh, wake it up.
Back.
There we are. So
Oh, yeah.
these
Small
paintings,
dose.
you don't need a lot of pyro orange, but just enough to get the attention. And then we've got a nice little pyro orange sky going on in this little piece here.
So it's
Look at
transparent,
that little
Gabriel?
Look at that little buoy right there. Just a little bit of orange. And it goes a long way because I'm also pushing a lot of blue. So the complementary, having that orange, there doesn't have to be a whole bunch in it. Just even this little statement of orange right here on these roofs works really well with a lot of this blue. And then just for giggles the other night in my class here at the art school, the beginning watercolor, we did this lovely little tree. And then the little doggy is waiting for his ball to be thrown. And just that little bit of orange on that pyro red just makes a cute little story. Thanks for
Those are-
looking.
Those are beautiful, Gabriel.
I
Giovanni,
love beautiful things.
Giovanni, have you put Pyrrole Orange down yet?
Yeah, sure.
Could you put, and you have the transparent as well. Do you have the Pyrrole and the transparent? Because somebody asked about, we
I
do have
have.
transparent. So there we go.
I have there.
You do?
I do.
Yep, you can both show, that'd be great. There's Pyrrole and there's transparent Pyrrole.
Oh,
You
wow,
can
there's
see
the
it.
Paragon.
Not sure.
Neat.
That's Anna Marie's favorite color. Transparent.
I love
Um,
it. It's beautiful.
And do you have a sample of yours?
I do. It's the only it's the only ones I have. There you go.
Oh,
So you
very
can see the
cool.
difference.
Yeah, you can certainly see it as you go down with it. Yeah,
Yeah.
very nice. Very nice, Anna. Thank you.
Mhm.
Organic vermilion is also an amazing color.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. So this is the Paragon orange, and then this is the Pyrrole. You've seen both the Pyrrole and the transparent. You have a sample of that, Caroline? Okay, and these are violets.
I have only sampled that has quinceanna in it, John, not the pyrrole oranges.
Okay.
I'm doing the Pyrrole orange now.
Thank you, Angela.
This is the Paraline orange. Next to the Pyro. Pretty pumpkiny.
Angela, do you mind pushing your frame forward just a little? That? Yeah, more, some more.
John,
More, it's beautiful, Angela.
Oh, yeah.
John, what's the difference between the perylines and the pyrroles?
You know, they're both synthetic. The Pyrroles are going to be, compared to other colors, they are very bright. And the Paralines are also bright, but not as bright as the Pyrroles.
Right, thank you.
Yep. Did you want to see two side by side, like a Pyrrole orange and a Paraline orange?
Yeah, that'd be great. Well, then we can see the difference between their vibrancy.
Yes.
Hey, Giovanni or Gabriel, can you do a side by side of the Paraline orange and the Pyrrole orange? He did it right there. Can you draw those out so we can?
They're right. It's right
Oh.
there. I've already got it for you. Paraline and Pyro.
So you can see Giovanni's on the left and Gabriel's on the right. Yeah.
And then this is the Mayan.
Thank you both. Now these are the violets. This is quinacridone violet. God, they brush on so easy and so smooth. That's
It's a beauty.
quinacridone violet. This is Paraline violet.
Excuse me, John.
Yes.
Is this a prime tick? Is this violet?
No, this one is quinacridone, so synthetic. And
The
this,
last?
I'm sorry, and this is Paraline, which is also synthetic.
Ah, okay. Okay,
Yep,
thank you.
both synthetics.
Beautiful color.
Yeah, they're
I'm hopping into some Quinn colors.
Can you do Queen Sienna and Queen Burnt Orange next to each other?
oh.
For $1.
I think we give you guys a workout.
Say it again, Quinn.
Queen Sienna and
Quinn Sienna.
Burnt
Yep.
and Queen Burnt Orange. They're similar but different when you lay them up together.
Yes, they are.
And John, we have sample artworks from Caroline. I'm just trying to load them onto PowerPoint, and maybe you could share screen when it's ready.
That'd be fantastic.
Okay.
What's your last one there, John?
This is the Quinn Violet. This is the Paraline Violet. This is the Cobalt Violet. And the last one I'm going to put on is going to be of these is going to be the Permanent Violet.
Oh, wow.
So this is the Permanent Violet.
It reminds me of all the colors of the bright flowers in the heat of the summer are all these colors.
Yeah.
What does permanent mean?
You know, permanent was when we first, it means for me, they're of the first colors that we ever did in watercolors. And back then, kind of the company that we looked to, because back then they were very good at their game, was Winsor Newton. Winsor Newton called theirs permanent, so we called ours permanent. And then we stopped that, I think, probably after the 12th color, and just went our own way.
Does it mean permanent as far as light is concerned?
It's certainly, they are all light fast, they're all series 1. So yes, they're as high as you can get.
Okay, thanks.
Mm-hmm.
John?
That is a color.
Yes.
We have Caroline's sample artworks ready. Can I share screen now?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
There we go.
Okay.
Oh, very nice.
Wow.
So pretty.
Amazing.
So I love all the cobalts and turquoises. They're in nearly every painting I ever paint. But in this particular painting, there was a variation of the different quins. So Quin Sienna, Quin Gold, and the Quin Gold, you can see the greens in there are actually what the Quin Gold looks like when it's mixed with turquoise, and you get beautiful greens. Just a combination of just really beautiful warms and cools when you actually put blues with the oranges. So it's the color group that John is talking about today. So I thought it was an appropriate artwork. I love this painting, but it's sold, so I can't show you the real painting.
Oh.
That's a big problem to have. A good problem.
It is. It's really hard to let them go when you love them a lot.
Yeah.
Very hard, but at the same time, it's beautiful to have them out there in the world for other people to enjoy.
That's very nice.
More.
Oh, I love that.
And of course, all
wow.
of the
I love
turquoises,
Fantastic.
all of the beautiful. Yeah, I love painting underwater scenes, and getting the impact of the depth of the water is something that's challenged me, but it also keeps me going and trying them over and over and over again to get the feeling of the true depth when you're actually snorkeling, you know, and going over a reef and seeing what you see on the floor of the ocean.
Caroline, did you
What you
you
see,
use masking fluid there?
No, it's
It's a
actually
white.
the light tiny little lines are actually a Posca pen. So they're a
Ah,
paint marker.
oh wow, it's
Yeah,
amazing picture.
thank you.
Very nice.
Caroline, is this what you see when you go in the coral reef?
Mhm.
But
Yes,
Mm,
yes. That's
mm.
actually more in the shallows, that area, more closer to the shore. When you're snorkeling, you see this sort of scene.
fantastic. Next time.
Yeah, next time. I know we missed going to the reef, didn't we? Next time we go to the reef.
Your shadows are amazing.
Thank you. This is actually a commission I did for a client who loved my rock work, but she also loved a series of my gum leaf work. So she asked me to combine the two styles together into these series of paintings. It's actually a group of 6 paintings. This is only 4 of the 6 that you're looking at. And they're about 50 centimeter by 50 centimeter each. So the whole display of the 6 was quite a large overall artwork. But they're using all those colors that you're talking about today. I think the only additional color in there is a yellow green and an olive that I usually make with quin gold and neutral tint. Otherwise, it's all the beautiful cobalts and the turquoises and pinks and things.
So beautiful.
Yeah, those are beautiful.
Oh wow.
This is the last one.
And the last one, I could send you 300 in these colors, but I just chose a couple. This was actually my exhibition piece for the International Masters in Greece last year, or the year before, it might have been even. And so again, it was me exploring that the vision of the reef and all the different little crustaceans and shells and their interesting patterns. And the amazing thing about the truth of nature of that constant beautiful symmetry and pattern that they produce as a natural phenomenon as they grow, all these beautiful mollusks and things on the reef.
Gorgeous.
Beautiful.
Wow.
You're
Thank
most
you.
welcome.
Potter's pink.
Those were awesome.
Mhm.
Thanks,
Awesome.
John.
You are awesome.
So this one's Potter's Pink. Yeah, I was asked about Potter's Pink quite often. So there's Potter's Pink. And then I think this one you will all know instantly. And that's the opera.
John, what is the last one and what's the light fastness of it?
So this is Opera Pink, and Opera Pink is
Oh,
one
opera,
of
okay.
one of 2 fugitive colors that we have. One is alizarin, and alizarin is a coal tar derivative, and it's historic. The masters used it. We also have a permanent version. But the regular alizarin, professors have their students use it just to paint like the masters. And this I made for the Botanical Society. It probably will last the fluorescent part probably 20 years. But underneath it, as a secondary pigment, is quinacridone magenta. So even when the fluorescent goes away, people say, well, I see white paper. You'll see quinacridone magenta because that's 100+ years. So it's the only fluorescent that we have, only fluorescent I've ever made. And again, that's if if you're not protecting it. Everything lasts longer if you protect it. If you put it under conservation glass, it goes longer. If you put it out of direct sunlight, it lasts longer. All those things help. So this is the cobalt violet. You can see some of the granulation of the cobalt violet.
Mhm.
Does the cobalt violet get darker than that, or is it always that light?
You know, you could make it, it's all about how much water you add, but it's not a real dark pigment.
Yeah,
But
it's
you just-
beautiful.
It is. I find that the cobalt there's very few cobalts that are really, really dark. They're all more on the light side
Yeah.
from and all the stuff that we've been doing together over the years.
John, please, can you go with a wet brush over all colors to see if they are staining and how much they are staining?
Sure. So see if I can lift them.
They're dry.
Some of them I can probably I can still lift. If I put down enough water.
Potter's pink.
Yeah, potter's pink. Ah, yes. Mhm.
No.
And the first one? Ah, okay. Yes, thank you so much.
Oh yeah, you're certainly welcome. That was actually fun. Yeah. That was all the colors that I had. That was not all of the turquoise, but a majority of the turquoise. The majority of the oranges, not all the pinks, but the majority of the pinks, and the majority of the violets. And so we can look to see, we can go to Sabine's and then Giovanni's, then Ashley's, and then Gabriel's. Or Marco, are you doing drawdown step 2 with your
No,
paint?
I'm just watching.
Okay, I chose the quinacridone pink and fuchsite genuine.
Yeah.
And opera pink, ultramarine turquoise, and for orange, I choose the Aussie red gold.
Okay.
Because it's so much lighting. I love this color. And I use it for an orange on my palette. And so you can see the quina pink is here and mixed with fuchsite. It's just like gray, and mixed with the opera pink and with the ultramarine turquoise, it's just a touch of violet. And then with Aussie red gold, it's a very lovely orange. And so you can see on the palette different colors, and I love to make such cards.
Very nice.
And here you see the colors original. And on the next side, I take the quina violet with the Sleeping Beauty and Rose of Ultramarine, Lavender, Ultramarine Turquoise, and again the Aussie Red Gold. And so you see the palette, and it's amazing. There are browns and so much choices of violet, and I love them all.
Thank you, Sabina.
You're welcome. Thank you for showing.
Pleasure. And Giovanni, how about you?
Yes, John, I selected the orange and the violet for not the mix, but the connection. The first is a Queen Violet cadmium orange. I apply a little zoom.
Yeah.
This is the sample Perinon and Pyrrole Orange, and Pyrrole and Violet Pyrrole Orange for create these brown shades. This is my favorite.
Me too.
Permanent Violet Perinon Orange for create these similar
Wow.
the flames. Cobalt Violet Deep and Transparent Pyrrole Orange. This is interesting connection. The Lunar Violet and Mayan Orange. This beautiful granulation. Potter Pinks, Opera Pinks is very interesting, this light. And Opera Pink and Pyrrole and Violet, this is opposite, this is very strong, it's very light. And the last is Mayan Orange and Mayan Violet, two Mayan, very perfect. Thank you.
Just a reminder.
Very nice.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's amazing colors.
Thank you,
Gio.
John.
Very nice. And then we have Ashley.
Sometimes my biggest inspirations come from my palette.
Yeah.
I saw that and I'm like, okay, I had to get a piece of paper so that I literally just dumped my palette on a piece of paper and then started spraying and adding. So these are the Cad Orange hue, Cobalt Violet, Quin Red, Rhodonite, Opera Pink, Quin Pink, and Quin Rose. So that's what this one is. But this just the cadmium orange hue and opera pink. Let me see those granulated beautifulness.
They're
Amazing.
beautiful.
I never would have thought of mixing those two colors together. Thank you, palette.
Love it.
Actually, you could do a monoprint on a damp paper straight off your palette.
You know what? I never thought of that.
Very cool.
Great. Yep.
Thank you,
That's a
Ashley.
great idea.
And Gabriel.
Yeah, I finished off over here with the Quin Sienna, the Quin Burnt Scarlet, just for Caroline, some Aussie right there. And then we got some transparent Pyro Orange to finish it all off. And I'm so glad I did this because these are probably way too many more colors that I need in my palette daily.
Wow.
Try taking more of those out plein air painting, and it would look like this.
Very cool. And thank you. And Angela, how about you?
Yes, I am doing my second mix. I used the lavender here on the left. I like the coolness that it brings. And on top of it is still the fugite that I hadn't used. I had it on my palette. And I love this diffusite. And mixed with this in the middle is a rose of ultramarine.
Yes.
So it divides
Wow.
into blue and what is the other color, John? Of rose of ultramarine. I don't know. It's one of the reds. But and this is mixed with these fugite. I love this softness. And here at the bottom, I am using the quinacridone violet. You see this color?
Mm-hmm.
And the opera pink. So I'm experimenting with these. Here there is again lavender because I
Yeah.
felt we get some coldness. And this is a bit extreme, but this is what I did before.
Wow.
With playing with Amazonite genuine,
Mm-hmm.
and I love this color, ultramarine turquoise. Here there's ultramarine turquoise, and then the oranges. I use pyrrole orange. This is the strongest one, and this is Perignon orange. Plus quinacridone. The darkest is quinacridone. Quinacridone something orange. Yeah. So I felt that these blues and oranges also complemented very well each other, because this this turquoise is like a blue. It's like an explosion of the sea into the sunset. Thank you.
They're
Wow.
fabulous, Angela. Thank you.
Angela, I love the contrast of the blues and the oranges.
Mm.
Yeah, those colors are beautiful together.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Like ice cream.
Exactly.
Thank you, Angela. And then, so let's see.
Erkin, I see Erkin's doing live touch up of his artwork.
Hello.
Okay.
What colors are you using?
Hello. Hello, John. Hello, everybody.
Hello, Erkin.
I have limited number of pigments, John, mostly blues. Because I love sea and sailboats, and it's enough for me to make these kinds of small paintings.
Yeah, very nice.
This one, another one. Now I'm playing again with your beautiful products. Absolutely beautiful colors.
Very nice, Erkin.
Thank you, John. May I ask or give an idea about something, John?
Yes.
You know, watercolor paint dries fast on the paper. And this is one of the reasons why watercolor painting is difficult for the artist. Do you produce slow drying watercolor medium?
We
or
do not.
Do you think?
We
or
don't
do you
that.
think?
We don't do that for watercolor. For oils, there's fast drying and slow drying, because more in any university kind of environment where it needs to be fast because they need to show their work to move to the next painting, but not for watercolor. Watercolor, depending, I've seen many artists and they'll use just a lot of water and then they'll dry it with dryers.
Mm-hmm.
But no, not for watercolor. Watercolor is really, it's such an interesting medium because
Yes, absolutely, yes. For plein air painters, for hot climate country painters, it would be a good idea.
Well, it can even be a hot environment, but if it's high humidity, then you're not going to get any evaporation. So you can be in a super hot environment, it happens to be humid, and it's going to stay super wet for a long time. It's super complex.
Okay.
But thank you for sharing that.
Thank you. Thank you,
you're
John.
welcome. And I saw Besnick, but he's not painting. And how about Anna? Anna, are you painting along?
Sorry, Anna, me?
Yep, you.
Oh, I'm just goofing right now because I saw Ashley, and of course I'm just combining the only colors I have. Ah, and now I already dripped it. So this is what I'm doing. Just seeing how they mix right now. But oh my goodness, I am really dripping everything. I don't have a
What
cam.
is that? What is that turquoise? Beautiful turquoise that you have there.
I have sorry, let me just I have the phthalo turquoise and the phthalo blue turquoise. So the one I just put is this over here. Sorry, it's really dripping. I guess that's going to be this one is the phthalo blue turquoise. So it's this one over here. Can you see?
Oh, very cool. Yeah.
Goes so well with the orange. And on the top of the orange, what color is that on top of the orange?
I have a perylene violet and opera pink over here.
Okay.
So I was just going to put different colors and see how they mix, and now I have this accidental, but that's how
Beautiful.
things happen.
The things are beautiful.
Yeah, and so these are the only colors that I have that were there. So I'm just going to be playing and see how they mix and they do. Very, very fun to be in these workshops.
Nice mix.
Yeah.
Anna, I like your handwriting. Oh,
Oh, thank you. And I also put sometimes like quotes like what Carolyn said about that she liked the artwork being out there for people to see. I thought it was I like to write those kind of things when you guys mention it here. So that's how.
Lovely.
But thank you
we'll
for
have
the
to make
compliment.
we'll have to put together a quote book because I have some too.
Oh,
Got some
really?
good ones.
Oh, yeah, I just like when people say something really nice or that catches me, and I'll put it here in the sketchbook. Mhm.
I love your drips, Anna. I
Yeah,
like them.
and look at this. This is the other drips.
You're making
it's
beautiful
a lot.
abstracts.
Yes. Well, thank you. Thank you for letting me show.
So this is the cleanup of my beautiful palette right here. It's called a plate. And I go through, I don't know, like 20 of these to clean. I found something interesting. I normally have my staff picks my colors for me. I say, we're doing these colors, and they'll go through and they'll pick them. And I found a box, and I asked them today, so what's with this little box? I'll show you. Kind of like Ashley does her draw of all the colors that we talk about each session. They actually do dots of all the colors that
My God.
I've done. And then they tell me they lay them out after they get so many, and they squirt them with a squirter, and they see what happens on the paper. Yeah, they're just super. I never knew they were doing.
That's fantastic.
Well,
That's
Yeah.
I'd like to see their artwork.
Yes.
So I
They
don't know how
get
many
paid to do that? That's
they get-
wonderful.
They get paid to do that. I love artists and art, so yes, they do. Yeah.
It reminds me a little bit of that crayon exercise, that you do strips of crayon and then you put an iron on it. But this is
Oh, really?
watercolor version, so this is even better.
And
Well, I
where
thought-
are they from? The dots?
These are every time I pick a
Thanks,
color.
right?
So if I pick opera pink, they will squirt some of the opera pink out in the other room and let it dry, and then just put it inside of their box. And then when they get enough, they'll put them on paper and they'll squirt it with water, and they'll move it around to see what forms. So
Wow.
I'm sure they make beautiful abstracts.
amazing.
just
Yeah.
I think I should have looked for a job at Daniel Smith instead of the medical center. That would have been more fun.
it's
What is
interesting.
that job title called, John?
I've got a call.
Ah.
7:00.
So I used to have 140 employees, and all of them were artists. Because it takes an artist to explain, especially over the phone, to talk about art. It's kind of those new things. And now, probably 80% of the staff are still artists. So it's pretty phenomenal. Okay,
But
so that's
can I want to show I do just the same, but other way. I just collect the dots inside a box, and on the end I make a gray or a black here.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So the color don't go away, and I have a wonderful gray.
very nice.
Well, yeah, what a good idea.
Love it.
Okay.
Good idea.
Thank you everybody for joining today. Tomorrow we have
Thank
a
you,
wonderful,
John.
you're so welcome. Tomorrow we have a wonderful artist from Peru, so I hope you can join.
Thank you.
If not, see you next week. If there's colors you want to see, just leave a note in the comment section. Like if you want to see a ground, or you want to see walnut ink, or you want to see pans or sticks. Love your input. Leave it and I'll go ahead and pick them and we can look at them. So can tailor it more to what might be of interest to you. Thank you for being so good at showing your artwork, talking about your artwork. Caroline, thank you from Australia. Thank you, Angela from Spain. Anna, thank you. It's like we have the world, so it's kind of really interesting. Thank you, everybody. See you all either
Thank
tomorrow.
you,
or
John.
next
Thank
week.
you, John.